Jace, this must be videoed. Hello there, I'm Scotty. You're not. If you know what show that is from, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Scotty. No, wait. We are here with Season 1, Episode 7 of Smallville, entitled Craving, which not only features a guest star, but our second, we need to be on the watch for these. This is Final Destination watch, okay? Actors that have been in the Final Destination movies. The first 3, I think, were done in Canada, so you'll see quite a few, especially from the second one. I think you'll see, actually, at least 4 people from the second one, so Final Destination 2 watch, I guess. We already mentioned the guy from My Bloody Valentine. He was also Kimberly's dad in Final Destination 2. In this episode, I don't know the actor's name, but he was one of Kimberly's friends. He's the one that goes, "Dude, you see those titties?" That guy. He's in this episode. But also, this is unprecedented, we have an appearance from an Academy Award winner, Amy Adams. Has an appearance in this episode as Jody, our meteor freak of the week. And again, I have to point this out, that it does amplify characteristics. And yes, I know, I'm bald. Shiny. You need to shine off my head. I get it. Because I shaved my head yesterday. So, you shaved your head, you're wearing the same shirt. It's because I just put the shirt on yesterday. It's clean, it's fine. I'm on vacation. I don't have to worry about it so much. Anyway, so Jody is fat. And you see Amy Adams in a fat suit, and you're just going, it looks wrong. It looks wrong. Not as wrong as the CGI in this episode. Oh my god. Just, no. No. I'm beginning to realize 2001 CGI sucked. I mean, you can go on about the CGI in the Flash, now, sort of now, it's off the air, but, this looks worse. This looks worse. I mean, but she's not CGI, but she's in a fat suit, which is a good, don't CGI her up as a fat person. This is not like The Rock in Central Intelligence. No, this is actual fat suit, okay? But yeah, so she's fat, like myself, and she's doing this diet stuff. I've been there. Obviously, it didn't take. I am a heavy-set man myself, and I've been through it all through my life. Trying to go on diets. There was a point that I did lose a sufficient amount of weight. When I was a senior in high school, I lost a lot of weight. It's because my girlfriend was eating all my food. Yeah. And I know that's what it was. Because as soon as we broke up, I started gaining the weight back. Because she wasn't there to eat all my food. There was one specific time, I'll tell this story. So, in my high school at least, you had the 2 regular lines, right? You had one lunch menu, and then there's another thing here you could do. And then you had the a la carte you had to pay extra for. So I had some money on me, because I had a job at this point. Still a job. But I had some money on me, so what I did is I went back and I got some chicken strips from the a la carte, and I set them down on the table, and I went to get the regular lunch. I come back, all the fucking chicken strips were gone, because my girlfriend and some of the people at the table had eaten them. My girlfriend decided she was going to eat them, and she fed them to other people. And then I was mad. I was mad, because I bought them for me. I wanted them for me. I wanted those chicken strips. They were good, and I didn't get any. So I never left any food there anymore. But, yeah, she was, this was around the time my great-grandmother died. And when I'm stressed, I eat. So I bought 2 giant chocolate bars, and she took one of them. She didn't eat it. She just took one of them from me so I wouldn't eat myself to death. But that's my stress, Well, I have another... I have 2 stress relievers, one of which is not PG, but the other one is eating. When I get stressed, I eat or do the other thing. But anyway, anyway, so her thing is that she's fat, she wants to lose weight, she's making these shakes out of vegetables that are grown where meteor rocks are. So, the meteor-infected vegetables, she eats them, and it affects her by making her skinny. But there's a caveat to that she then has super cravings and has to really eat. She eats a deer. Like, she gets in a car accident, she eats a deer and she eats it. Right? And then later, the Final Destination 2 guy, she eats him, although he survives because Clark shows up. So that is the main plot of this. And you can say this would be in a C plot because, well, Clark and Chloe are investigating the deer, and what's going on. There really is only 2 victims in this episode. The deer, 3 technically, but the deer, the Final Destination guy, and Pete, who is towards the end. But Clark is going to be escorting Lana to her birthday party that Nell is setting up at the Luther Mansion. Whitney's not able to go because he's got tryouts for, is it college tryouts or something? I think. And we find out later that Lex was behind it. Speaking of Lex, he's in the B plot. He finds out he has a high white blood cell count, which normally would mean cancer. However, he reveals here he's never been sick. And he has a clean bill of health. So, this is leading into the whole, his white blood cell count. I think they reveal it later, but it's because of the meteor. Now, Clark and, because the meteor rocks, because he was there when he had, his hair and everything. Clark and Lex have a conversation that, in hindsight, knowing future events kind of makes no sense. Lex asks Clark if he remembers anything from the meteor site. He goes, "No, not really. My parents didn't adopt me yet. Blah blah blah." And then Lex goes, "I remember everything. I was in the field when the meteors hit." And then I was like, "Wait a minute. If Lex remembers anything, then he knows that Clark is lying, right?" Spoiler alert for season 2. What is revealed? It's revealed later that the Kents took in Lionel Luthor. They found him with Lex on the side of the road, and both Clark and Lex look at each other. If Lex remembers everything that happened that day, he will remember that. So, I don't know. I know it's technically a retcon, but when you watch things in hindsight, wait a minute now. But yeah. So Lex's quest takes him to Dr. Hamilton, not Emil Hamilton. He'll show up later. A different Dr. Hamilton, played by Joe Morton. Yes, Joe Morton, who would go on to be Cyborg's dad. So that's Oh yeah, and Amy Adams will go on to be Lois Lane. So that's 2 DCEU connections right there. So, these are not connections to other shows and other movies too. We'll get to it throughout this review series. But yeah, and basically he wants to work with Dr. Hamilton because he's now starting to realize the meteor rocks have some sort of effect on something. So, yeah. That's basically his plot throughout the thing. He's here and there. He shows up at the school to look at the Wall of Weird. He mentions Chloe's dad, Gabe, who was played by Robert Wisden. We will see him later. And he was also Final Destination. He was Alex's dad in the first one. So, we haven't met him yet, but that's a connection there. Yeah, the first 2 were filmed in Canada, so you have some Canadian actors. Even with the Hollywood actors, some of the minor ones were Canadian actors. So, yeah. So Pete already liked Jodie when she was fat. She's picked on by the Final Destination guy. And so she gets her revenge by eating him. Most would say that's pleasure, but it's not that kind of eating him. But she gets skinny. She gets the cravings. Pete, though, still likes her and asks her to Lana's party. And she wants to go to this party. That's why she wants to lose weight. All that stuff. And, of course, and I noticed a trend. Like, something is gonna happen, and then Clark has to abandon that plan. This is twice now that he has plans with Lana. He's gonna escort Lana to her birthday, but he has to go save Pete when he and Chloe realize what's going on. And Chloe, again, I understand that you need to have Clark go off, but Chloe is right there when she tells him what's going on, and she doesn't go with him. She could be checking on Pete and taking him out of there while he goes after Jody. Alright? I'm just saying. I know the writing in this season was like, we have to have him keep going on by himself because no one can know his powers, but it just doesn't make any sense. Chloe's right there, and then Clark just takes off? Clark just takes off? Where did Chloe go? She go to the party? We don't see the rest of the episode. But, yeah. So, another thing, it's not really a B, it's a C plot, it's just something that's mentioned here and there during the A plot stuff. But Clark wants to get Lana a perfect present. And there is a scene where Clark and Lana are talking. She mentions a time where she went to the drive-in theater with her parents, and watched Bugs Bunny cartoons, and she fell asleep in there. And so that ends up being her birthday present. He misses the party, but he's able to come and get her, and they go to her birthday present, which is the drive-in thing, and that's how they end the episode. But we get 2000s songs. I can be your hero, baby. I was just like, that's just, I'm feeling old hearing these music that plays. But Lex and Dr. Hamilton do agree to have a ongoing professional relationship going forward, I should say. Brock Lesnar retained the WWE title in an Elimination Chamber match. Simulating 2K16 as well. I'm waiting for the DLC for 2K23 to drop, because they don't drop it at midnight anymore because they're fucking stupid. Anyway, although I conked out at like 10:30 last night watching the Cinema Snob, so I wouldn't have been up to do that anyway. Although I woke up in the middle of the night. I woke up at 10, so no, it was, I woke up at midnight. I don't know. But anyway, this episode for me, it gets a 3.5 Superman logos out of 5. Because it's well done. The CGI. Let me talk about the CGI quick. So, for when Jody eats someone, her jaw just lodges and goes down like as a snake, you know? But they use CGI, so it's like, and it does not look good. No. The first time we see her eat the deer, it's horrible. And it's in the dark, too. They say, if you're going to use bad CGI, do it in the dark. You know, television CGI. A lot of the big fight scenes on The Flash were in the dark. Because they say it works better. You know, you get like the King Shark fight and everything. That's in the dark. This was in the dark, and it still looks horrible. I'm sorry. And then just like, when she goes after the Final Destination 2 guy, calling on that. It's still gonna be you do that thing where she's talking to him and she turns around and goes, like in a horror movie, like you do in a horror movie, but it just doesn't look right. It's Canadian television, so it's Canadian produced television. It's American television, but but yeah, like I said, 3.5 Superman logos out of 5. So, what are your thoughts on this episode? In the comments, let me like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. I'm trying to bust out a lot of these today. I know I've been kind of meh on doing this. But that's Monday, I had company. Yesterday, I had company. Today, it's just me. So I'm going to try to knock out as many as I can today. So, thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.